we need to act urgently about nature, about climate, and about our planet, because this is not about bad weather. This is about the largest humanitarian crisis that we are gonna face in the next decades. And I feel people are not understanding that, and I would love to see people understand that the only way we can solve this is to give people opportunities back when you take them away from the planet, right? And that's the only way we can solve that. And Web3 is one beautiful example how we can do this, by banking the unbanked, by providing opportunities across borders. But there needs to be just so much more. I just wish people would know this and would work on this, because it's urgent, but it's also so fulfilling to work on this. And I think this is the most important thing you can work on. I'm David Dao. I'm the co-founder and chief scientist of Gainforest Earth, which is a DeSci nonprofit at the space working at the intersection of Web3 and the environment. So what we do is we work with communities on the ground, especially in the global majority, communities that work with nature, live in rainforests, and we empower them to collect data about the rainforests, to learn more about the environment, to also provide that data to decision makers, and ultimately to get paid for the data that they collect. And that helps the communities to create a sustainable income source that we call conservation data income. That is an alternative towards destructive incentives that would naturally maybe push the community towards like a destructive use of nature. Building a new economic system is something that is urgently needed, because market failures have been such a big part of the reason why the nature is getting destroyed. And thinking about the alternative of building something alternative, like a whole new kind of economic thinking, that wouldn't be able to come from any other space than our space. So I've been engaging with Funding the Commons in quite many ways. The residency itself is, I think, a wonderful example of showing what happens if you bring the right people into the right space in the right time. I often joke with my team that we have never been more productive than during these residencies, right? Like, we get stuff done that took us, not years, but like definitely a long period of time, 6-7 months, where we're talking about this, but we never get it done. And then in the residency, we meet the right people, we have the right ideas, we have the right concentration with the right space. And that's why I really appreciate the Funding the Commons space. This is something deeply needed in our community to really drive forward that thinking of regenerative ideas, regenerative finance, and also public goods funding that otherwise, I think, wouldn't have the right space to be discussed at, except for Funding the Commons.